Welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Allie McNair, in for Bob Stevens, who covered the RBC Heritage presented by Boeing Media Day. We'll hear from him in a few minutes. First, here's a look at your headlines. Well, if Alex Murdaugh's attorneys have their way, the jury may take a trip to Moselle, the Murdaugh's Colleton County hunting property where Maggie and Paul Murdaugh were killed. Attorney Dick Harpootlian told Judge Clifton Newman that it would be helpful for jurors to see the property. The prosecution objected, saying Moselle looks very different than it did when those murders took place back in June of 2021. Judge Newman said that if the defense wants the jury to see Moselle, he'd work with law enforcement officers to arrange the trip. Witness testimony is expected to be done by February 28th, which means closing arguments could begin before week's end. Well, the RBC Heritage presented by Boeing is still 6 weeks away, but Hilton Head Island will be featured on national TV this week as Long Cove Club hosts the 11th annual Darius Rucker Intercollegiate Women's Golf Tournament that can be seen on the Golf Channel from 2:30 to 5:30 through this Wednesday. Nationally fourth-ranked USC is hosting the event, and 17 other schools, including 5 more of the national top 10 teams, led by defending champion and second-ranked Wake Forest, are competing in that tournament. The event's open to the public with parking across the street at the Central Church, where you can hop on a shuttle to get inside the Long Cove gates. On Sunday night, Darius Rucker gave a private concert for the teams, their families, and friends. He'll present a signed guitar to the winning team on Wednesday. Well, congratulations go out to the Hilton Head Christian Academy girls basketball team. They won their 5th straight championship title over the weekend. The Hilton Head Prep boys basketball team beat Hilton Head Christian for the state title. Justin Jarrett will have all the details and more in his Loco Sports Weekend wrap-up later. Well, the State House Ways and Means Committee has sent its $13.8 billion spending bill to the House floor. It's a bill that will pay teachers more and also give state employees at least a 3% raise and more for those state workers who don't already make $82,000 a year. State is also allocating more money to health insurance, so there won't be any rise in premiums for state workers. Budget writers have also allocated money to pay for roads, water, and sewer infrastructure for economic development projects, freezing college tuition rates, creating new state parks, and establishing a center for school safety. The full House will begin debating the budget in a couple of weeks. Well, if you've noticed that the daffodils and azaleas are blooming earlier this year than normal, that's due to the warmer than normal temperatures we've had over the past couple of weeks, and national forecasters say it's likely to continue through the rest of the spring. NOAA's prediction for the 3 months ahead says there is a 40 to 50% chance of temperatures being above normal for March, April, and May. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a wet spring for the state, and it's still a little too early for any forecasts on the upcoming hurricane season. Well, we are adding our belated birthday wish to the many birthday wishes that came in for Cleveland Brown of Defusky Island that he received over the weekend. Cleve, as he is known, celebrated his 98th birthday on Sunday, making him Defusky's oldest resident. He was born on the island in 1925, left for New York City in '46, and stayed there for 40 years as a sheet metal worker. In 1988, he moved back home to Defusky. Island Elementary School students gave Cleve a 100-link paper chain with handwritten messages like 98 is great. Cleve still lives on his own and has relatives who've made it to 108 and 109 years of age. Now, for more information on these stories and more, please check out the news sources on your screen. Also, be sure to find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you have a story idea, email us at news@WHHITV.com. And now with a look at weather, here's Maria Soden.
Thanks, Allie. Yep, so taking a look ahead, it does look like we're having another week of beautiful weather, and we will be finishing the week off with a thunderstorm or two. Taking a look at Tuesday, however, it's going to be partly cloudy and warm, with Hilton having a high of 79, a low of 65. Bluffton's going to have a high of 81, a low of 64, and Beaufort's going to have a high of 81 and a low of 65. The sunrise for Tuesday is going to be at 6:51 and sunset's going to be at 6:19. Taking a look at the beach tides, low tide's going to be at 10:57 a.m. and high tide's going to be at 3:29 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, Wednesday is going to be mostly cloudy with the highs in the upper 70s and 80s, lows in the 60s. Come Thursday, it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with highs in the 70s and lows in the 60s. And then come Friday, it's going to be that day we see a few thunderstorms. It's going to be clear and breezy in the morning. Then we'll be seeing a few strong thunderstorms in the afternoon, but it should be clearing up by the evening. Highs are going to be in the 70s, lows in the 60s. That's it for today. Let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Maria. When we come back, Bob Stevens has all the details for Media Day at the RBC Heritage presented by Boeing. Stay right there.